Our next guest up on the show is one of the best in the biz. She is Angelina Keck, a broker with Angelina Keck Properties. She's one of the top 1% of all Houston agents. She is certified in relocation, and she also specializes in the luxury home market. So please welcome back to the show, Angelina Keck. How you doing, Angelina? Welcome.
Hi, Sarah. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on. And I know today that you deal a lot with the luxury home, but we're going to kind of talk about a certain maybe section within that, which is the senior population. So I know that sometimes seniors, they might want to maybe have somewhat of an exit strategy. So when I say that, I mean, maybe they want to put their current home on the market, but they don't really want to go through the whole process of actually putting the home on the market. So how do you maybe help these seniors with an exit strategy for what makes sense for them in the next stage?
Yeah, sometimes seniors are not comfortable having random strangers walk through their house, and it's just really kind of upsetting for them. And so if we have a situation like that, of course, it's always better if they put their house on the market. More people will see it. But if that's just not an option for them, we can do what's called a private sale, where we market it privately. I reach out to other brokers in the area, and we find them a buyer for that house with minimal invasion for them. Excuse me.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Where do you find that maybe a lot of the seniors will want to go, once they get rid of that house or they sell that house? Is it a senior living, assisted living? Do they want to move with family? What do you see mainly?
Most of the time they don't want to move in with family, which is kind of funny to me. But so a lot of times, people will have had the big house and they're empty nesters, and they're not ready to go into a retirement home. So there's lots of really awesome over 55 communities. It's basically resort lifestyle living, and it's great. And it's lots of social activities. There's pools. The homes are all usually one story. So there's that. And then sometimes we do have people that do need to move into an assisted living or a retirement home. And the other thing we're seeing now is we have a lot of people that, especially like inner loop, that they want to stay near all their activities, near all their friends, close to their country club or whatever. But they don't want to move into a nursing home, basically.
Yeah.
And so, especially inner loop in the River Oaks, West U area, there's lots of high-rise options and 3-story townhome options for people that we can put an elevator in, and so they just can live just the way they want and be close to everything. And it also simplifies their finances, and their tax burden is a lot less when they do something like that too.
Very nice. So it seems like, like a townhome situation. You said you can put an elevator there, so it really kind of adapts to what they need, but they can still be around the community that they love.
Absolutely.
I am curious though, with the senior population, do you come into contact with their families? Do you find that they have people that are close with them, either family or friends, brothers, sisters, kids, that help them in this process of a transition? What do you deal with?
Yeah, so that's actually quite interesting. There are lots of different family dynamics that you have to be able to navigate. You have to have a lot of patience. Sometimes there's siblings that don't get along, and they're telling mom or dad to do different things, and mom or dad are either want to do one thing or they don't know what to do. So it does help to have sort of a third-party mediator that has the person's best interest, and not necessarily is not an heir and not worrying about family drama or other things like that. So that's definitely where I come in, and I do a lot of, I feel like, social work in that aspect. Yeah,
absolutely. So in some circumstances, you're doing just a little bit more than what you normally might do. But I completely understand that. Siblings have their own stuff, right, and maybe have their own, I don't know, motivations, if you will. So your part as this neutral third party and really assisting the family that wants to make that transition. And Angelina, thank you so much for coming on to the show and kind of giving us a little bit of insight into this special group. So thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. Thanks, Sarah.
And you're watching The American Dream. Stick around, more interviews after the break.